rewatched this morning.
Yeah.
Your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jack Brady's dad.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Tom.
From Denver.
Yep.
Where can my wife watch this?
Go to YouTube and just search up. Let me send you. It's mine because I didn't have the link to the Xavier page. Let me do this for you. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this. This will be easier for you to send.
I rewatched the whole game this morning at 6.
It was a good one. Here we go. Let me do this. Share that. Give me your cell phone number.
310. 569.
569.
Yeah, 569. 4682.
4682. 310-569-4682.
Tom Brady.
All right. So yeah, now you can just forward her the link. That'll be the easiest way to go. For sure. For sure. We're ready, boys. You guys ready? All right. Go ahead. What's your number?
909-262-0156.
0156. Perfect. On its way. Yeah, no worries. Well, I guess now it's about as good a time as any. 5 minutes left here in the warm-up. But welcome to the cozy confines of Northlands Ice Center. Xavier Musketeers squaring off in a semifinal matchup against number 1 ranked Purdue University Boilermakers. So we, due to the Division II regional playoffs also going on here in Cincinnati, because obviously Cincinnati, hotbed of hockey action. We have been relegated to the Northlands Ice Center, 5 minutes down the road from our normal rink up at Queen City. So for those of you back in Denver that are watching, this probably is a little reminiscent of maybe playing at Old Foothills Ice Arena. Definitely the no frills, therefore I'm standing barely 8 feet off the glass with no angles to broadcast, and hoping that I can fill in the blanks as to what's happening with what I tell you, because I know there'll be times where you won't be able to see a whole bunch of what's happening. But we'll do our best, as we always do. And if I have to give them credit here at Northlands, at least they have Wi-Fi that hopefully will be working, and we'll give you guys the opportunity to see the game at least uninterrupted with a decent feed. So I know my wife will keep me posted and let me know if we are getting a good feed or otherwise getting breakups. But at least you guys can hear me for good or for bad. That's what you're gonna get. So we will be ready to roll here in about 4 minutes as everybody's filing in and finding their spots as best we can here in the rink. Purdue coming in with an impressive record during the regular season. And in the 2 previous matchups, it has definitely been one-sided, all Purdue during the course of the previous times that they've played this season. But as we all know about playoff hockey, that pretty much goes out the window, as records mean a whole lot of nothing when it's a one game, one opportunity. And if we haven't seen enough of that in the United States in the last 46 years, you know, anybody can win a given game at any given time. And I know the energy talking to the players and hearing what they had to say about today's matchup. They're all coming with a great attitude and a leave it all out on the ice type of approach, and recognizing that you only got to beat the team once. And so see if we can keep in this game. And I think probably keys against a good Purdue club is you want to keep them out of the scoring areas, and you want to let the goaltender see the puck as much as possible. So avoiding screens, avoiding point-blank shots in the scoring zones, keep them out of the middle, keep them out on the edges, and do your very best to take away time and space on a big, solid team like this. So big physical hockey team. Talking to Colin pre-game, he's like, yep, these guys will hit. They've got some fast players. Young Mr. Chan, number 27, flies all over the ice. And so there's plenty to defend, and obviously plenty of talent on this team. But as I think most coaches would tell their players, just don't give them too much respect. The way Goad wasn't in it yesterday, and hopefully we'll see exactly the same today, you backstop your netminder and give them the opportunity to make the saves, and you can absolutely steal a hockey game no matter where the seeds sit. So, number 1, Purdue in town. Little bit of a mini home ice advantage here for the Musketeers, but I know things will be fired up. Obviously, Musketeers looking for plenty out of their big guns, and hopefully the Evan Kopacz line will continue to deliver as they did yesterday with a hat trick in the third period for Evan Kopacz, and a couple goals from Adam Dady, and the great game-tying goal from Mason Blockley. Sorry, Mason, for butchering your name all day yesterday, but I will try not to make that mistake today. But Mason's goal 30 seconds into the third period is what brought the Musketeers all the way back against the crosstown rival Cincinnati Bearcats, as Matt Flores takes a quick dive as he learns quickly that the ice is slippery as Matt goes down at the blue line there, looking to see who stuck their stick in his skates. But 30 seconds left here in warm-up, and we'll get ready to drop the puck and see where we can go with this semifinal matchup. I am not aware of any lineup changes for today. I think lineup stays the same. So expecting forward lines, Evan Kopacz, Brady Hanisco, and Aiden Cox, followed up with Eric Pereira, Nate Barrett, and Matt Rapini. I think that leg injury for Matt was not anything serious. It's good to see him come back to the ice yesterday after he went out gingerly at the end of one shift. Adam Dady again centering up Colin Mahalik and Kevin House. And I believe actually there may be a change. Finn Dobson took an injury. And so we'll see who is centering Jack Darlene and Luke Garner today on the fourth line. Yesterday, Gunnar O'Donohue stepped in admirably and did a great job in the dot, playing center from his normal defensive position. So we'll see if that's what transpires here today as the lines hit the ice. D-men leading the charge, Jack Brady, number 10, Mason Blockley, number 20, Gavin Essler, 8, and Jake Morin, number 17, followed up with Brooks Richardson, number 6, Ryan Falk, number 2. Ryland had a great game yesterday as he was instrumental in a few puck clears and block shots down the stretch when that game was still a one-goal game with Cincinnati. So looking for a whole lot more out of Falk today, along with Brady and Blockley for sure. So we're going to open things up on the back end. You're going to have Essler and Morin starting up, and we will open with the Kopacz line. And here we go. Get ready for some hockey. And the puck is down, and we're off. Puck back on the stick of Essler. Essler plays it near side Cox. Cox will chip it ahead and get it in deep. Puck rimmed around quickly on the far side. Good step up, and it goes up into the bench. And out of play. So face-off coming up. And it gets thrown right back into the zone. Musketeers see a man go down, coming across, picked up quickly on the short side. Centering pass, backhand across, shot, off the side of the net. There's a first opportunity there for the Musketeers as they get a quick look on the short side. Nice pass through the crease to the far side. Cox making a great play. Another stick gets caught in the end boards, and that may be a bit of a local issue, as we're going to have a penalty call going against the Musketeers. And the Musketeers see a man going to the box for tripping, as I think that may be Hanisko, as Brady goes at 19-19. Stick in the skates, and a 2-minute power play for Purdue. So watch those end boards, as obviously where the Zamboni comes out. The Zamboni door has just caught a stick of a Purdue player, and he immediately saw his twig disappear into the door lane. But right away, special teams looming large as the Musketeers have to kill off a penalty to start here early in the first. Graff plays it back to the point for Doucette. Doucette fires one low, deflected aside, never got in on net. On Goad. Good job by the Musketeers keeping out on the edge, but not out. Driving across, Doucette goes far side. Shot low again, whistles high, though this time wide off the blocker, possibly of Goad. And back up to the top. Working the umbrella, Purdue comes through the top. Shot off a body, goes wide to the corner. Can they get out? Nope, still trapped in their zone. Purdue working, trying to go out front. Good job with a stick and a clear as the Musketeers get it all the way down ice. Minute 15 left here in the penalty to Hanisko. Quick wheel, and there's the speed of Chan that we're talking about as Chan comes all the way up ice. Room to work. He throws one out in the center. Good stick there by the Musketeers, and an opportunity to clear things out, and they do. Smart play, almost forces the turnover. Good stick lift and dump in deep. Smart play by Cox as he and Kopaz are out. Now the puck goes up on the far side boards, challenged high by the Musketeers, backhanded ahead. Good job by the Musketeers so far on the kill, and walking in close, tipped aside as Kopaz with the steal and the opportunity. Dady comes out, Kopaz stays up on the forecheck pressure, forcing time off the clock as Purdue cannot get set up on their power play. Reach pass goes through everybody, that should be icing, and a whistle. At 17:36, so 28 seconds left. Excellent penalty killing on this first special teams opportunity for the Musketeers. We're at 17:36 here, the first period, 0-0 hockey game. Purdue wins the faceoff back on their side, rims the far side, looking to break. Now coming across is Dady to pressure. He reaches across, backhanded in the zone. Quick clear for the Musketeers. They send it all the way down in on net. Hustling out. Oh, netminder comes out to play it. Risky, but gets it free. And Purdue walks the zone. Drives onto the near side, backhand wide of the cage. Goes out to the far side. Musketeers back to even strength. Feed it up and out of the zone. Back in behind the net, backhanded off by Brady to the near side. Howes tries to hand that off for Dady. Dady sees that chip back far side, flip through the middle, goes through everyone. That's going to be icing as no one made a touch. And we'll get a whistle on defensive zone face-off here for the Musketeers. So, important. Defensive zone, puck possession, breakouts, all important. But more importantly, I think than anything else, is no opportunistic chances for Purdue, so no turnovers at your own blue line. My bartender's arrived, which is always nice. Face-off is down, comes back out to the near side. Mahalik comes out on the point, shot goes in deep on the near side. It comes out to the corner. Stolen by the Musketeers and skating out. Here comes Brady jumping up in the play. No trip call there. Oh yes, they get it from behind the play. So the deep man calls it. The ref on the blue line doesn't make the call, apparently deferring to his senior partner. But regardless, Musketeers get a power play here at 16:33. And now special teams opportunity number 2, this time with the extra man for the Musketeers. A fast start, needless to say, is absolutely imperative here for the Musketeers. And this is an opportunity, after killing off a penalty really cleanly, now the chance to potentially take the push on the power play chance here. As Kopacz waits for the draw. Jack Brady to his right, goes down in the skates. Brady tries to dig it free. Kopacz comes up with it and goes back to the point. Pereira back from the point, walks the line. Shot by Pereira, deflected by Brady, but it goes wide out to the near side boards. Back up to the point, Pereira, cross ice pass, picked up. Kopacz goes low, wants to get it back in the bumper, but it gets deflected by a stick and comes back up to the point. Pereira go down the boards, off for Cox. Across. Just loose, cannot control, and instead it gets up to the point and then cleared by Purdue as the Boilermakers get it up and out. Nice, sorry, that was Blockley on the near side as Mason can't control there. It gets knocked free. Purdue playing high on the attack in the neutral zone, trying to forecheck pressure so that the Musketeers can't get set up on the power play. Skating through the middle, Kopacz sees that knocked off his stick and taken all the way down ice. Minute 5 left in the power play opportunity as PP1 transitions. Stretch pass for PP2, that's going to be icing, as Howes isn't going to get a piece of that. We're going to come all the way back down and do it again. 15:27 left here, first period. 42 seconds left in the power play opportunity, but a defensive zone face-off for the Musketeers. Dady will take the draw with Pereira on his left. Howes out on his right. That gets one back, taken off by Hanisko. Hanisko looks, backhands that one off behind. Brady will start the break from behind his own cage. Brady back up through the middle. Finds Hanisko. Hanisko skating through 2, then 3, spins around and somehow finds the puck on his stick, rims it to the near side. Back up to the point. Puck held, go far side. That was Falk. Falk sees this come back near side. Falk up to point. Walks, then gives off. Now a chance to walk in and fire, and it goes right in the belly of the netminder. Nailing that Purdue target on the chest at 14:58. For 42 seconds, did we even get? Oh no, 25 seconds left in the power play, excuse me. Dady steps in, face off one back to Hanisko. Hanisko plays it down the boards. Purdue able to steal and pick it out of the zone. Goes high and deep in the far corner. Goad comes out to play it. But maybe time for one more rush, depending on if they can get through. Now, back off for the D. And off for Dady. Dady feeds that one ahead. Gross in on Hanisko's stick, handed off at the point. Dady goes down the boards, picked off by Purdue. Chip free, and here they come on the transition as they get back to even strength. Great stick lift from behind. Beautiful stick lift from behind made there by Barrett. And cross ice deflects off a couple of skates and comes back in his own. Falk has to circle back. Falk will go far side. That goes off the stick there of Matt Rapini. Rapini comes across on the inside, hits Luke as he dumps it in. Lucas sees that one go around for Purdue into the near side boards Barrett. Barrett handoff back on a real short pass through the middle. Good job by Kopacz far side. Shot across, looking for Kopacz, short side shot, saved by a sliding netminder for Purdue. But a great opportunity created as Kopacz goes with the give and go. Now looking for Cox. No, he goes far side, comes to the point. Essler gives off for Cox. Cox tries to tap it through the middle, taken away by Chan. Watch him. That comes off to the near side. Barb looks through the middle. That goes in on net, no icing. And swept aside there by Essler. As Essler swings around the net and plays it back across his D partner. Morin gets it ahead and has to pick up on the puck thrown out by Purdue, but dumped back into the deep corner on the near side. Partial change here for the Musketeers. Cross ice pass picked off by the Musketeers, deflected through neutral zone. Much better job through the neutral zone by the Musketeers compared to their opening period against Cincinnati yesterday. Defending the middle, so important. As the puck comes off to the near side. Challenge is far, near side, bodies come together. Big collision. Probably could have been an interference call. We'll play on. This is playoff hockey. Back through the middle, that gets thrown all the way down. That's icing. And there's the whistle at 12:46. Pereira come in and take the draw. Wins it forward. Purdue comes up, throws it off the hard boards, knocked down by Falk, but then it gets through him. Good back-checking work and cover on the far side by Pereira. Quick shot goes off the side of the net, never on. But Gode was there covering the corner. And his net, he was on his post as he should be. Flip cross ice, glove down, turnover through the middle. Look out, what a save by Gode! You have to make sure that cross ice pass, maybe not the first choice we want to make. But Gode bails us out at 12:24 and it stays 0-0. Face-off comes down. Musketeers on the far side, up the boards, chipped ahead, and it just gets out at center ice. Purdue plays it back to their own blue line. Musketeers got to keep up their pace, keep up the challenges, make sure they're working hard on defending the neutral zone. There's a turnover in front and a shot, and he kicks the net off. Are there any pegs in the net at all? Did we forget to put the pegs in? I don't know. I think we take a collection, we buy pegs and send them to every rink in America. What an opportunity in front there for the Musketeers, but it stays 0-0. Face-off is down. Purdue sweeps through, picks it up. They go far side. Watch him in transition. Hustling back. Quick shot. Whistles wide to go to the near side. Good tap through. And a breakaway opportunity for Dady. He's going to get slashed. How do you not call that? Over the top slash, two-hand swinger. And somehow nothing gets called. And there's a shot that just whistles high as another opportunity, as definitely the scoring chances have been in favor of the Musketeers, as Purdue is under pressure. Puck gets floated in deep, glove down on the back end. Taken by Gunnar O'Donohue. Nice stretch up for Howes. Howes fires. Glove save and held. That was an overhand, two-hand chop. I can't believe you don't get the slashing call there.
Got it.
Is it because he held on to his stick? I don't know, but 11:22, we're still 5-on-5, but great offensive zone presence for the Musketeers early here in the first period. Thought we had one there. Faceoff goes down behind Purdue. Good job in the dot, but that gets through Chan and back up to the point. Chan kicks it off a skate, knocked down by Cox and backhanded in deep. Cox comes in and pressures. Puck comes up the boards. Good pick off there by Kopaz. He waits, looks for help. Goes back down low for Cox. Cox out front. Hinisko, he fires a shot instead. Stick save made. Then out front, one-timer. That's exactly what you got to do, but Kopaz got it on the toe. And that gets thrown up into the ceiling and out of play. Low roof on this joint. So there's not going to be a lot of flip clears today without finding yourself up in the soft covering. So faceoff stays in the offensive zone here for the Musketeers. 10:51. Oh, taken quickly, and here comes Chan breaking out. Oh man, is that guy quick, and then goes across. Shot though, short side, never got on net. As Gode was ready, Chan gave the feed across. That one gets knocked down. Kopaz is there, gets it out for Cox. Cox tries to go through the middle and gets it in deep before going for his change. Purdue back in their own end. They clean things up, come back off to the near side. Jack comes up and gets a piece and sends the man, separates him from the puck. Puck goes off on the far side. Rapini comes down, trying to battle, digging it free. That gets thrown back in. Rapini's there to clean it up. He sees room near side. Pereira walks the middle, hands that one off for Barrett. Barrett throws a shot into the glove of the netminder and held at 10:07. Pereira will take the draw. Face-off one back to Brady. Brady at the point. Fires low. Pad save made. I will take a low shot off a defenseman's stick all day. Dumped back in by the Musketeers. Goes onto the near side boards. Whipped around the far side. Gets through the Denver native 8-0 and on the far side. Now one's loose and there's a chance. Shot right in the belly by Pereira. The P is not a target. Great opportunities. You can't turn these down. This is exactly what the Musketeers want in the first period. Offensive flow, opportunities in front, solve this netminder at some point, try and get that early lead. Everything they dial up. And at 9:45, another offensive zone faceoff. Puck gets knocked free but not out, kept in. Musketeers throw a deep corner. Playing a very smart game plan right now. Let's see if they can stick to it. Stay within your structure, regardless of how the game goes, regardless of where the first score comes from. Played out through the middle, look out. Good play there on the defensive end by Broccoli. And then fired through the middle, no deflection. As bodies come together on the near side board.
Jack.
Brady, opportunity to kick ahead. Brady gains the red line, flips that in off the backhand, wide of the netminder near corner. Bodies come across, contact in the near corner. Thrown through the middle. Great block by Mahalik to prevent the breakout, and it goes on to the far side. Mahalik hustles back, keeps it in the zone, throws it back off far side. Oh, he's trying to find Dady. Dady in the skates, but that gets thrown into the glove, and out of a high sense of caution, netminder will hold and take the defensive faceoff again at 8:54 of the first period. Dady's faceoff comes down. That's picked up as Purdue jumps the drop. They get to the near side, and Wheeler sends it all the way in deep for Purdue. Back in behind. Swept aside on the near side by Dady. Dady will kick it ahead. He goes through the middle for Mahalik. Mahalik gains the middle and dumps it in deep corner. Fed back off around on the far side. Picked off by Dady. Dady looking for Howes, but he fanned on the pass. Howes cleans it up, keeps it in the zone. Flipped ahead, knocked down at the point by the D and played back smartly in the near side for Essler. Or excuse me. Oh, tried to stick the leg out. I don't like that play. As Richardson makes a good slip move there. Now Purdue comes back across ice, breaking out through the zone. Purdue through the neutral zone. Richardson sizes up Wheeler on the near side. Both get a piece, but Wheeler controls. Stays on the Purdue stick. Fired short side wide, off to the near far boards it goes, down in behind the net. Falk takes a poke there. Thrown back down. Below the dots, they go high. Shot comes, saved by Goad. Oh, knocked down loose. Good clear made by Richardson. And then thrown ahead for Howes. Howes got to get that up and out. Can't leave that in. Blue line turnovers, not what we want. As that puck comes back in behind. Falk deep side, tapped ahead. That comes up and out of the zone. Kopaz sees that one knocked near side. Dumped in by Purdue around the far side boards. Falk steps through. Nice little sweep stick play. Takes the puck off. Thrown to the point, but not out as Hanisco sees that kept in. Fired from the point. Big pad save, kicked out. Picked up by Chan. He's everywhere. And that gets fed out of the zone. And a regroup for Pickett here at center ice. Spalding takes a high hit. Typically, my understanding would be the louder you are, the less you know about hockey as the puck comes down ice. There's a good hustle by Kopaz to win it. Backhand shot. Turned aside by the stick of the netminder for Purdue. Flip through the middle. Good read by Barrett. Chipped up off a skate. Bodies come together. Kopaz, big hit. Essler fires it all the way down. Kopaz on the far side. Coach doesn't like the way his team's playing, so he's going to bitch at the refs. Because right now his team's getting out-hustled, and he knows it. He's trying to get them rallied up. Purdue settles the puck, comes ahead, and flips that in deep. That'll be icing. Nope, because in on net. Nicely played. 6:15 left. Puck continues to move. Herrera gives that one off for Morin. Oh, Barrett challenged, and good job by Barrett just getting that loose and free to open ice. Puck on the far side thrown in. Back in behind the net. Opportunity for the Musketeers to put on pressure. Comes up near side to Essler. Essler fires, deflects off a stick, never gets in on the netminder. Rapini sees that chipped up and out. That should be icing, and it is. At 5:47. Everything you want from a first period of hockey by the Musketeers, except we haven't found the back of the net. But this is where patience comes into play. Keep playing your game, stay patient, continue with your game plan. Don't shift no matter what the scoreboard shows. Continue to play this style of hockey the entire way. Herrera's face-off. Comes back to the point. Brady fires into the glove and held. I like that. Rip it on net, especially when there's traffic coming out of that face-off dot. 5:43 left here in the period. Face-off back again. Brady takes another rip. This one deflects off a leg and into the ceiling. Blockley comes over to give a little discussion there with Brady. Back in the face-off circle. Brady fires again. That one gets blocked down. Took the hit for that. Back through the middle. Nicely played. He drag moved. Good poke check by Blockley. And that comes loose. Played off the boards. Just hops the stick of Rapini. And immediately Purdue transitions far side. Thrown in on goal. Goes, sweeps that aside with the body. Centering pass off a stick, kicked down, and controlled by Brady back behind his own cage. Brady goes far side. Mahalik, he's cross-ice pass onto the stick of House. Nice reception by Kevin. And a shot tries to go through the legs. I like that position. Good look outside for Dady. Oh, I want him to shoot that, but he tried to drag through the skates. Working from the point. Essler fires off a leg, never got through on net. Hit a body in the front. Another shot goes off a stick and up and out of play. 4:47 left here in the first period. 0-0 hockey. Great effort here in the first period by the Musketeers. Face off back to the point. Shot blocked. Got to get that deep. He looks. Falk gets it off the boards. Good tap. Mahalik, good pass back. Look at chance in front. Oh, just a chance for Dady, and he couldn't get the shot off. That one gets knocked loose. Opportunity for Purdue as Goring goes around. Richardson wants to snap a shot off. Whistles that high and wide and comes all the way out of the zone. Near side. Ott brings it down. Chaps it in on net. Stick aside there by Go to the far corner. Richardson comes around near corner. Knocked loose for House. House still out there. Backhands ahead. Good glove down and a play by Hanisco. Hanisco. Nice defensive poke made by the Purdue defenseman as Brady wanted to toe drag and go around. He had other thoughts on the defensive end. That one comes in back dump. Purdue looking for a change. Room for the Musketeers to work. They come through the middle. Love the defensive zone transition out of the zone as shot gets ripped in on net. Big rebound. Nobody in front. Picked up by Kopaz on the near side as they tried to clear. Now they get fed up and out. Cox at the point. Does his best to keep it in and does. Musketeers trying to interdict the breakout here for Purdue. Skating from the back end. Big D-man comes on and backhands it in as Pickett. Shrugs off Cox with an elbow. Cox gets the puck back on the near side. Chopped at it. Ends up back in the zone behind for Essler. Essler behind his own cage. Goes out to the far side into the skates of Hanisco. That puck just sneaks out as Anisco tried to flip and ends up back on Pickett's stick in the back end. Pickett gives that off. And Essler gets his stick tied up with a Purdue forechecker. And now a hit behind the play. And no call for Essler as he gets up and heads to the bench. Rapini smartly cycles back. Fed off near side. Pereira sees that go off to the other side. Dump right back into the Xavier zone. Xavier keeping the puck moving. There's your flip play. Near side for Barrett. Barrett can't quite get there. Tap free though, and Pereira comes on. Good hustle getting the pucks. As Chan sees that tapped off his stick, ends up in the skates of Barrett. Barrett knocked down and off the puck. Goes back in behind. Rapini can't find that puck. It comes loose onto the near side. Fumbled for a second there by Purdue, and then tries the far side corner. Played up the boards for Chan, turned over onto the stick of Blockley. Played off to the near side, but that's going to get nice soft bounce off the boards for Barrett. Go wide. Oh, I really wanted Barrett to go wide there. He had the speed. Comes back off on the near side. Davies out. He challenges on Chan, who flashed up in the play. Puck loose in behind the net, swept away by the Musketeers off to the near side boards for Barrett. Purdue has to wait and touch up. That's flipped back in, and Purdue gets the rest of their change. Blockley sits behind the net. 2 forecheckers up close for Purdue. Now they'll slide back. Blockley will push out after he forces the man to challenge. And then backhanded through the middle, Mahalik. He dumps that in deep off the stick as Byrne was on rushing. Now a turnover and a shot and a save made. Purdue breaks it out onto the near side. Back off. Good step up there. Forces the dump off and immediately gotten rid of by the Musketeers through the neutral zone. Puck free for Richardson back inside his own blue line. He'll look for Howes on the near side. Howes will go back through the middle. That's a dangerous turnover. Great read, though, made by Falk as Falk gets that ahead and out. Howes comes back up. Howes, drag move through the middle, bodied off. Puck goes in around the far side. Wait to play it out front, but taken away by Purdue, and they flip it up and out to center ice. Love the puck movement by the Musketeers. That one smartly backing off is Richardson. 21 seconds left in the period of a 0-0 hockey game, but what may have been one of the best periods the Musketeers have played all year. "14 clicks left on the clock. Face-off is down. Played back. Richardson get that deep, and he flips it in, goes off a skate. Doesn't quite get as far down, but still going to eat up the rest of the period down in the Purdue zone. 2 seconds, 1 second, chopped out and down ice, and that'll do it. As we'll go to the ice make. Great effort by the Musketeers to start. Got to keep that attitude up the entire time. You can't let up. And we'll take a break and see you guys back here after the ice cut. Sorry, the mic is off during the ice make. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully our technical difficulties are over. As good defensive play made by Pereira on Chan, who dropped the pass. And here we go. His bodies come together on the far side. Big hit delivered on the far side by Barrett. Back through the middle. Purdue goes wide. Back in the deep corner. Comes off to the near side. Puck in behind the net. Swept away by Richardson. He goes through the middle. Tap. Cross ice, just deflected, but gloved down by Rapini. Smartly plays back for Falk. Falk absorbs contact, floats that all the way down the ice, and it's waved off. As the puck will keep moving. Now that gets thrown ahead. That goes through the glove of the defenseman. Look out! Gode, struggle. Puck comes down. Ooh, that was dangerous, as he didn't get that settled. The puck turned over by Purdue. It comes off to the near side. Dady backhands that one off. Good job by House keeping it in. Falk slips the man, walks down the near side boards, cuts middle. Falk towards the center. Comes off his stick and onto the stick of Dady. He goes in behind for House. Puck in behind, flips around the boards, kept into the point by Falk. Falk chips at it, goes up in the air, comes down, back out to center ice. Falk regroups, hands off for Mahalik. Mahalik chipped hard into the deep zone. Byrne comes out, delivers the hit. Puck stays in the zone for the Musketeers. Back in behind the net. Purdue strikes that one. Knocked down by Mahalik. Kept in. Sends that around onto the near side. Dady down the board. Sweeps through, backhand in. Deep. Tipped by Howes. Tied up in the scrum. Down deep. Coming out of the scrum. Dady tries to dig it loose. That's flipped up in the air. Gloved down by the Boilermakers. And Farb comes around Blockley. But Blockley pushes in the corner. Farb blows an edge. There should be no call there, and there isn't. That one gets ahead. It's kept in the zone by the Boilermakers. Purdue drags, shot, short side wide to go, now to the near side corner. Tied up in the boards there by Brady. Jack digging for that puck. 10 on 10 there. Puck comes out. Oh, excuse me, that was Blockley. Quick side, short side shot, save made. And back out and backhanded into center ice by the Musketeers. That's dumped in deep. That should have been ice. Well, maybe he finished across the red line. Reversing is Brady now. He's on the ice through the middle. Puck on the far side. Tapped through the skates. Picked up and walked on by Garner. Garner's shot deflects and goes up into the screen and out of play. Let's get back on the right clock settings. 15:41 here of the second period. Face off in the offensive zone here for the Musketeers. Thrown in behind the net. Aiden Owen plays it off to the near side. Purdue through the middle. Good stick by Essler to sweep that aside. And he'll come back to his D partner on the near side, Morin. Morin back up through the middle. Tapped on by Garner. He'll go for his change. Darlene sees that puck kept on the near side by Owen. Owen plays it through the middle. Stretch pass. Knocked free by Morin, and off to the far side he goes. He'll backhand that in deep and come up on the forecheck pressure. Played around with coverage at the point by Hanisco. Thrown loose, chopped up, coming out of the zone. Hanisco steps up. Good back coverage there by Richardson. Good position in center field. Thrown through the middle. Nice tap down there by Hanisco. And he'll bring wide. Handoff on the near side. Oh, shot into the belly and held. As Topaz gets another good look. Gotta believe there's still some more goals in that stick. Even though he's had 3 yesterday, gotta be a few more goals in there. As Topaz steps in for the face-off here. Cox on his left. This going right. One forward taken by Purdue. They'll rip him around the far side. Nisco turns it over. Back at the point. Richardson, shot deflected. Comes off to the near side. Purdue rips it out to center ice. Now they want to come back through the middle. Quick shot deflected up into the screen and out of play. .33 here left in the second period. 0-0 hockey game. Face off for Pereira. One back, tap to the point, Doucette. He goes down the boards, cross ice pass gets through the point man and out ice. Rapini comes on for some forecheck pressure here. D-man pulls back, tries the far side. Easy breakout through the middle for Purdue, and they have numbers. Back checking hard. Hand that one off. Shot blocked on the slide by Falk. Great defensive position by Falk. Thrown into the glove of Goad and held. No reason. At 14:08. Line change here. Get your chains carefully. Long change period here. The Dady line will come out. Face off one back by the Musketeers. They'll reverse on the far side of Brady. Back through the middle. Knocked down with a high stick. Controlled by Purdue. Ripped high and wide. And that ends up being whistled as it goes up into the netting and out of play. Dady's face off, comes back, swept aside by Blockley. He'll hand that one back off on the far side. Looking for a flip, it comes up and out through the middle. Mahalik pressuring, but easily taken away there by Purdue. Kicked ahead though off the stick of Brady. Back ahead, poked at by Mahalik. Howes comes across, but Purdue able to get it in at the blue line. Tipped up and gloved down by Purdue on the near side. Quick ripper, blockered aside easily by Goad. Puck stays in the zone. Brady head to head there. Blockley comes across. Mahalik gets a poke check and gets it free. Good clear as it comes down ice. D-man circles back as Wheeler takes all the way back into his own end. Looking for the stretch pass. Finds his man on the near side. Quick shot, whistles high and wide there of Goad and out of the zone. That one gets flipped in deep. Blockley reads, surveys, comes back. Now hands that one off at the point. Hanisco lets it go. Flash it ahead is Brady. Brady hard in off Kopaz. Kopaz gives it back to Brady. Brady back up Kopaz. Kopaz at the point. Oh, nice little tip by Cox off the shot from Hanisco. Just went wide of the post. Now it comes off the board. Chan, you got to get a piece of him or he's quick. Stay with Chan. Don't let him go, Jack. There you go. Way to tie him up. Well done by the Musketeers. Sniffing out the odd man rush. Cox plays that one in all the way down ice, and icing is the call. .26 left, second period, in a tight checking hockey game. Kopaz gets thrown out, or he comes back in. Face-off is down. Won by the Musketeers, played around onto the far side. Chopped out and up. He bounces through the D-man's leg and down ice. No icing there. Wade Owen back to play it for Purdue. Owen through the middle, tapped off near side. Nice play for Chan. D-man got caught up. Great back-checking work by Barrett. That's just outstanding forward defense as you're going to have to be with the quick feet of Chan. Shot in. That's a pad save made there by Goad. Near side Moran sends that up and out. All the way back down for Doucette on the defensive end for Purdue. Back through the middle. Purdue sees that one played off to the far side. Circling back. They play it up the boards, tap through the middle. Good back checking work by Barrett. Again, as the puck goes down in the deep corner. Musketeers trying to chop it out. There's Moran. And Rapini. Rapini gets it free and gets the pass back. Rapini looking middle, drag move. Oh, calls it good. Good leg drag there by Barrett. Puck free, tapped out of the zone. We got a player hurt down in the zone. Oh no, not again. Rapini just had the leg injury yesterday. I hope that's not the same scenario for Matt. Damn. That's going to be a tough one. As he goes to the bench again, gingerly, 2 games in a row. And that one doesn't look good. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here after we get things settled. Injury timeout, face-off at center ice. Face-off is down. Purdue takes it. They work wide. Farb goes outside the D, trying to cut to the front of the net. Cuts through, loses the puck. Cleared by the Musketeers off the stick of Darlene. Good job getting that puck up and out. Good hustle, and Pereira's on the far side. He'll dump that in on net. Turned aside by the netminder. Controlled by Purdue. Darlene comes across. Chipped down the board by Howes. Comes in and behind again. Purdue has to regroup. Daly's going to jump up. Try and knock that down, keeping play. Knock through to Falk at the point. He has to wait and backtrack as everybody touches up on sides. Falk through the middle, taken away, but then good stick check keeps it back in play. And finally, Purdue clears it out of the zone. Falk, neutral zone. Regroups, circles back here, and near side plays it off the board. Big hit by Falk as he levels Byrne, number 7. Puck thrown in, goes wide. Mahalik coming down the board. He's in a foot race. Mahalik comes up with it, throws it back out. Howes, shot towards the net for Dady. Dady trying to chop at it. Howes comes across. Finally, we get a whistle and a stoppage. Good shift, good pressure from the Musketeers, and they come out first half of the second period and continue playing good hockey. Just good, solid, hard-nosed hockey. Faceoff is controlled by Purdue. They rim it far side boards. Brady comes up, but that gets through him and down ice, no icing. Mason Blockley there. Blockley goes behind his own net. Waits, reads, reverses. Stretch pass cross. Good pick up there by Kopacz. But then it just slips off his stick. Good puck support from Hanesco, and he loses it. Things get a little choppy here in the latter half of the second period. Big hit by Kopacz. Physical play by the Musketeers. Kopacz is a man on a mission. He saw that coming. Reverse clears out. Ott says, watch the chirping. Let's not chirp, let's just play. Continue playing. And now they're going to get Kopacz for a rough. I got to take the other guy. That's interesting. In all honesty, of all the hits that have been out here, that was probably the least of a penalty hit there, finishing his check. But that was probably a byproduct of what went on up here at center ice. As this is going to be just a power play for Purdue. Not sure how the extracurricular didn't get called on the other end. But we will see ourselves go back on the PK. One of our best penalty killers sitting for 2 minutes. This is a key penalty kill here, boys. Don't let that take the energy out of you. Build on that energy. As that puck comes down, back at the point, they work it far side. Purdue comes back up high, Pickett off to the near side. Good position out by Pereira. Good poke at it. Pickett comes at high point. Goes wide, blocked down in front. Tap free, not out. Watch it on the far side. Back across ice. He's got room, good step. Oh, comes across the netminder. Pickett again, good block and a short side shot. Broken stick. Now the Musketeers are down 2 effectively. Got to get it clear, and they do. Great work there. As Pereira does a great job, and now a good tip by the stick and keeping it out at center ice. Mahalik on the far side. He's going to bang at it. Fans first, throws it in off a leg. Still kept out of the zone. Back here again, chipped and gone in deep. Gloved up slowly, netminder tips it aside. Back to play it are the Boilermakers, now 200 feet from the end. 1 minute left on the power play. Walking through the middle, offsides is the call. As a little lateral move at the blue line will cost your player every time. They say go north-south, not east-west. That's why. .54 seconds left in the penalty here. The rough to Kopacz. Banged at by Mahalik. He chops that free. Smartly plays back Falk. Falk, room to clear. Falk just holds up and then fires. Down ice. Perfect timing. Cox heads to the bench. Purdue brings it up onto the near side. Chan flashing ahead. He pulls up in the corner, spins the man down. Doucette up high. He comes off for Chan. Chan, you got to body him up. That's what you got to do. Snapped well wide on the short side and out. Look out, man in front. Drag move. Shot, blackhand. Cleared out. Dady and Chan got tied up for a while there. Don't know what's going on those sideboards, but penalty killed off. Kopacz out of the box, and that'll give a little bit more energy for the Musketeers. Back up at the point. Essler, he walks that on. He gets tied up on the far side boards. Good battle. Musketeers kick it loose, and there's Howes. Snap towards the net. Good shot. It's Dady late in his shift, rips one on net. Swallowed up by the netminder. 6:45 here in the second. Still a 0-0 hockey game. Puck played off on the far side boards, digging for it. Kopacz fresh out of the box. Sees that dump back in. Musketeers touch up. Purdue on the near side, reversing the post. And then out to the far side corner. Circling back. Purdue hands that one off to Pickett. Pickett comes to the near side. Back up to center ice. Richardson has it for the Musketeers. Back off to the near side. O'Donoghue's finds Richardson, tap free, but just off the stick, rolling a little bit on Kopacz. Goes to the far side. O'Donoghue comes up. Poke check, and Panisco cleans it up and gets it back near side. Richardson. Richardson through center ice, backhands in on net. Stick aside by the netminder. Purdue with it as Pickett comes out of his back end. Plays it off on the far side, turned over to Kopacz. Walking down the boards is O'Donoghue. And then centered out front, but nobody home as Kopacz is just out on the dot. Kopacz pulls up, goes back to the point. Fired towards the net. Knocked down is Rapini, who's good to see back on the ice. And that gets taken out of the zone. And that'll be icing on the Boilermakers. So Rapini back out. Apparently the leg no worse for wear.
Come on. Get one, boys.
Come on, fellas, you've been great all day. Keep this up. Pereira wins it back at the point. Reverses. Blockley sends it in low. Rapini can't quite get there. Comes around to the near side. Purdue working through the middle. Picked up by Blockley, off for Brady. Brady throws it off a stick of Pereira. He wasn't ready. Gets the return pass off from Blockley. Careful with the blue line turnovers, boys. There's a good step up. And even though it went in the bench, I'd take that after a little bit of a disjointed play at our own blue line. So 5:06 left here in the second period. That's going to be a face-off inside the Musketeer zone. Face-off won by the Musketeers. Brady flips that up and out. Glove down by the Boilermakers. Sent in deep off the stick of Toby. Jack challenge, I guess, thrown through the middle. Rapini's there to pick it up. He controls and sends off to the near side block. Good job by Mason. Mason now down the near side board. Challenge, boy, Purdue, great job being back. Pereira tries a toe drag. Loses that one in the near side. Back off. Pereira comes together. Shrugged off as the Boilermakers trapped a little bit in their back end, but calmly slowed up by Toby as he circles out from behind the cage. His backhand pass, glove down shortly by, hand pass at center ice. Brady realized, where was that? Couldn't find it, so we'll get a face off. It should be outside the zone. Oh no, inside the zone, hand pass, never mind. Offensive zone face-off here. Won by Purdue. They flip it around the boards and down. Played off on the far side. Darlene digging in. Pushing up. Digging for pucks on the far side. It's trapped in the scrum here. Trying to pull it out. D-man Essler. Trapped right back in the skates. That gets chopped down. Flipped up in the air, comes up and out. Garner presses up on the D, trying to get Graff. Puck played to the far side. Graff gets it back on the return. Push poked ahead by Campagna. Thrown down in deep, Morin on it. He absorbs contact from two bodies. Good puck support from Dady, or by Richardson, sorry, and then gets chipped up and out. Boy, that hit was no later than the hit laid on by Kopacz, no call. Puck gets knocked off a stick, never gets through to the net. Played back through the middle, good step across by Morin. Jumping ahead is Doucette, he's offsides. Two men offsides, that gives a chance for the Musketeers to challenge. And they're offsides again, this time with a whistle. 2:52 left, second period. Puck won back by Purdue, doing it. They've done a great job in the faceoff dot today, that's for sure. There's Toby down, he throws one through the crease. Howes comes across, can't quite get there. Backhanded by Purdue, trying to cut towards the middle. Man goes down. Mahalik pitches that out to the far side boards. No turnovers in the middle. Good challenge on the outside by Richardson. He digs in. Dady comes out, digging, kicking for the puck. Purdue comes up with it, plays it back to the point. Blocked and knocked out. No, not out of the zone. Good opportunity for Howes, but then picked off and flipped up and out. Howes gloves it down, and he'll bring it on. He and Mahalik lock in. Shot by Howes is blocked off. Mahalik, just over skates and couldn't get the stick down. D-man tied him up. Wheeler's way up in the play here for Purdue. He's going to reverse out, and a good stick defensively by the Musketeers as they get that ahead. Mahalik's going to absorb contact there and get it into the zone. Owen plays it off to the far side, Pickett. Pickett turns it over. Oh, that would have been a centering pass looking for Kopacz. Howes fanned on that one, and it's thrown up and out of play. Boy, Kopacz is coming down the sweet spot there. Howes saw him. It just didn't come off the stick. That would have been a point-blank scoring chance for the guy whose stick you wanted on. But here we are, 1:37, late second period. Face off, trying to flip play for Chan, but a bouncing puck slows him up. He's forced to dump it in. Brady off the boards, deflects up. Oh, that's going to be a hand pass, so that should come all the way down to the other end. And a face off in the offensive zone. Interesting. 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 Okay. We'll go blue line based on where it was touched, although we touched one at center ice and it went into our zone. Somebody will have to explain that one to me later. Backhanded by Blockley in deep. Owen back to play it for Purdue. He goes far side Pickett, gets through Pickett, rims all the way out. That should be icing. And it is. Go, Jack! Ah. Face off down. Kopaz comes back, playing towards the point. A couple of Musketeers came together. Kopaz keeps it in the zone. Cox tries to pressure up. Pickett on the far side. He gets challenged and flips out ahead. Glove down. Control, that's good. No glove hand pass there. Now tossed across. Good back check and work by Essler. As he reverses, sends it up on the far side. Pickett slides through and puts pressure on Cox. That's a big man right there, number 4 for Purdue. They grow them big in the Midwest. That one goes right in through traffic. Should have probably been a delay of game or unsportsmanlike penalty, but we'll play on. That gets thrown on the far side. Good step across by Moore, and he flips that up and out. Smart, clear, good stick. Back through the middle, Spalding. Stepped up on, they get sticked aside. Oh, and then covered? No, it's loose, and it's out front. Look out on the roof. Shot blocked. Good job blocking that by Barrett, and then he battles to get it out. Great job by Barrett at the end of the period as Nate makes the play. And we'll go to the end of 2, tied at 0. Another solid period from the Musketeers. Really nice. So after 2, you got 0-0 hockey. We'll get another ice cut, and we'll see you guys back here in about 15 minutes. All right, well, welcome back for third period action as teams are getting back out on the ice after the ice cut here at the end of 2-0-0 hockey game. Up and down action both ways, and some great defensive play by the Musketeers late in that third period, as there were a couple of opportunities where turnovers could have led to trouble, and they sniffed that out, cleared things out of the way. But you're talking about an experienced team in Purdue that knows how to win. And that means you're going to have to see another superior effort here out of the Musketeers in the third period. Can't say they don't have the motivation, can't say they don't have the energy. They've been playing a really clean, solid hockey game thus far. And when I say clean, we got to get out of this third period without any penalties. Do not give up. Take a bad penalty. Don't take a selfish penalty. Make sure you're playing the game right all the way through this third period. Keep moving your feet and see if we can't draw an opportunity to find that one goal necessary maybe to get out of this one. Well, here we go. Boilermakers and Musketeers going to the third period, knotted at zeros. Kopaz line out. And the puck's won back by Purdue. Purdue's going to break ahead, throw that in. Wheeler tips it in, comes in on hard on Essler. Essler shields Wheeler off with the body, finds Hanisko. Hanisko feeds it ahead and out. Good tap play by, beautiful by Kopaz, and a shot deflects up and goes into the near side corner. Kopaz had a man with him. I'm not sure if he knew that Cox was there. Shot towards the net, that gets blocked off. Tap back down low. Goalie, there's a stick down, and we got that went off of Kopaz. That had to hurt. He must have taken that shot off the skate. Body's digging. Essler, slow it down. This is what I'm talking about. You got to keep a level head in a 0-0, 3-3 semifinal matchup. I understand protecting your own player, but you got to keep a level head. So whistles, things get settled down, players clearing out of the area. And after all of that, nothing.
A broken stick.
Nothing but a broken stick and a $300 bill for some parent. But no penalties on the board. And we'll give Pereira and the boys a chance here to get going at 19-19 of the third. Puck won back again by Purdue. They regroup on their own end. Back off to the near side, banked off the boards. Good step up, good gap management by Richardson. Chan breaks the middle, watch him stick the side nicely by Goad behind his own cage. Falk comes up through the middle, skates it ahead, gets to the front. Good job flipping it in deep. It's gloved and a whistle and held as the netminder tried to play it at the last second. But a quick whistle comes in from the ref, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off here for the Musketeers. Pereira's face-off down. Look out on the step up there by Richardson. Hustling back. Good tap by Falk, and then poked out to the near side by Goad. Really good stick by Falk diving. Ryland chips it up off the point. Gates keeps it in for Purdue. Fired by Ducey. Goes short side wide of the blocker. Stolen away by Purdue as they're pressing now in the middle. Good job chipping that one up and out by Pereira as they'll get their change. Purdue has to circle back in their own end. Dady comes on, brings a forecheck pressure. Mahalik shadowing at the blue line. That goes back across. Howes oversteps. Watches that caught up in the zone. Shot towards the net, gloved up by Goad and held at 18-12. You can feel the push from Purdue now. They're driving. Face off down on the skates. Beatty rims it around the near side. Powers off to the near side boards, kept in deep by Purdue. Reversing back around on Beatty. Blockley comes across, he knocks that down. Digging in Purdue in the back end. They pull one loose, throw it out front through the crease. Mahalik has it, he looks. He's gonna go area pass off the boards, but it's too much for Beatty and not soon enough past the red line. If you're gonna play that, you gotta play that soft. Yeah, it's just gotta be a light touch. And icing will bring it all the way back down. What's going on? Oh. Face off one back again to the point. Knocked down by Mahalik, he steals it. And now he gets it deep and he'll get his change. Puck played off on their end by Purdue. Tied up in the corner, pinched in there by Cox. Puck goes up on the far side. Blockley knocks it down. Circling back to take it is Hnisko. Hnisko, cross, tapped in by Cox, down deep corner. Purdue hands that one back off near side. Hnisko's there, chops it loose for Cox. Cox wants to throw it out front. Backhanded towards the front of the net there by Kopaz. And Purdue comes out with it. Purdue on the far side boards. Pushed wide by Blockley. Now throwing it on short side. Pad save made by Goad. Comes off near side Cox. Cox pushed into the boards. Puck stays in the zone. Brady sees that go in behind. Gets the return pass. Brady with room. Settles the puck. Reverses behind the net. Plays it back off the near side Cox. Cox looking for the chip through the middle. Kept in by Pickett. He rocks it right back down deep for Purdue. Brady back in a battle down low. Puck knocked down. Brady loses the glove. Kicks it off to the side. Backhands but not out. Purdue fires one. Deflected. Goes wide there of Goad. Pickett walks and fires. And it gets through Goad. Seeing eye goal. That's why you shoot low from the point. Is because that low shot through traffic and it gets through everybody and just sleeks somebody to the pad. That's okay, boys. It's only 16:20 of the period. Keep pushing, fellas. Nothing's changed. You keep playing your game. Down 1-0 to the Boilermakers. You're not down 5, you're down 1. Face-off comes back out to the far side. Morin goes across. Purdue with some energy, obviously. That shot blocked off. Good stick defensively by Essler. Purdue now trying to get on the cycle and keep it in the zone. Near side board. Purdue flips it down. Morin's back to control. Plays it off on the far side. Good job working through the middle. Rapini. Puck still on sides. Didn't quite get it out. Rapini on Toby. Toby hands that off. Pereira comes in, takes it away. Plays it off near side Barrett. Barrett looks. Reverses back down low. Threw a stick and off. Good pickup by Pereira. And he gets it up but not out. Kept in again. Shot towards the net. Blocker save made there by Goad. Back off. Got a flip play. He didn't flip it. He goes cross ice off the skate. Settle it down and get a change as they dump it into the zone. Icing on Purdue. And an offensive zone face-off at 15-11. So the goal at 16:20 off the stick of Pickett from the point for Purdue makes it 1-0. Face off back to the point, but it gets snapped through. Richardson hustling back his fault as Chan comes on. He wheels away from Chan and comes up the board. Chan just working with this puck. That gets thrown loose. Mahalik trying to battle there with Spalding. Spalding kicks it on into the corner. Falk comes back down low. He'll sweep that away behind the cage. Falk challenge comes out of the back end. Puck comes up and out. Good chance there for Howes. Howes wanted a handoff for Mahalik. Mahalik and Howes down low. Mahalik comes in behind, pressures on the far side. Good step up by the D. Smothers, got to get up and out of the zone. They're offsides there, Ryland. Now puck is back in deep. Howes forces the dump off to the near side. Good poke check made by Kopaz on the near side, and then a stick from Howes late in his shift. And there's an opportunity for turnover, and they got it. Oh, there's a little slash there on Hanisco. Not enough for a call, but enough to get the puck knocked out of the zone. We'll have a face-off outside the Purdue blue line. Face-off won back by Kopaz. Comes back in his own end. Grady plays it off the near side, comes off the skate. Kopaz over, can't quite get there. Taken off by Cox. Cox flips it through, down and around. That gets backhanded up into the netting and out of play by the Purdue defenseman. So Xavier trailing 1-0. Really good hockey game. Taking number 1 Purdue, giving them all they got. And all Purdue can handle, to be honest with you. As that one, Byrne gets challenged there. He battles in for Purdue. Musketeers digging for a puck in the back end, trying to come out of the corner with it. Ends up on the stick of Spalding. He rockets that across and out. That goes all the way down ice for what should be an icing. Right back to the offensive zone. This is exactly what you want to do. Keep pressure on in the offensive end. Kopaz. Face-off win to the far side. Cox chops at it. It goes back in behind the net. Comes around on the near side. That gets through and out. Tip, so no icing as that went off the stick of Blockley. Played back around to the near side. Cox. Cox for Blockley. Good puck support from Kopaz. He'll go far side. Backhanded up the boards thinking Kopaz is going wide. Instead it gets shot back in on Goad. Stick the side of the near corner. Musketeers get it up and out on the stick of Owen. Owen will jump. Walks it on. Handoff back to Farb. Farb shot off the outside of the post. Through traffic again. That one gets thrown up and out. That's done by Purdue, so there's no ice in there. 12:46 here of the third period. Kicked on by Essler. Knocked off to the near side. Taking the hit there is Rapini. Morin drops back as that's flipped up and gloved down there by Pereira. Great job by Pereira down the far side. Owen rides him into the boards. Thrown off to the near side for Essler. Essler chops at it and gets it back in through Goring. Barrett's there, but sees the puck work far side. Purdue up and out. Purdue through the middle. Good poke check at the blue line. And a chance here for Pereira as he battles that and gets it in deep. Change here for the Musketeers. Puck up to the near side. Essler sees Goring. Flip it in. Essler shields off Goring as the puck comes up into the zone. Musketeers battling as the fourth line's out. Garner sees that puck go on the stick of Essler all the way in and low. He plays around onto the far side for Dahlin. Dahlin back to Essler. Essler to Dahlin. He taps it up and out. Back through the middle. Purdue rims that down in deep off the stick of Doucette. Back on the far side boards, bodies come together. Puck's behind you. Puck's behind you. Back through the middle, but it gets through Garner and comes up and out of the zone. That'll work. That gets tipped on and into the zone. No ice as Falk is there. Falk shields off and goes far side. He gets around. Nice move to center ice. Linesman taken down and he plays off the puck. Wheeler pulls back, tries to snap a shot on. That goes short side wide. Out to far side for Falk. Falk kicks it loose for Dady. Dady off the boards. Garner's still out there. Tapped loose by Richardson. He'll regroup inside his own blue line. Soft pass near side. And then the far side release for Howes. Really nice pass from Falk. Howes through the middle. Dady backhand goes up into the screen and out of play. Oh man, I would have loved the extra pass back. Mahalik was coming down the slot. Speak up, young man. Let him know you're there. Oh boy, at 10:30, a good look there created by a beautiful outlet from Falk. As Ryland, beautiful cross ice area pass right on the tape for Howes. Dady's face off. Knocked free and controlled. Rimming around. That goes into the netting and out of play. New puck coming at 10:26. Face off played up and out. That goes icing again. It's icing, dude. It's icing. Dady on the near side. Good face-off win for the Musketeers. Oh, fanning on the shot there is Richardson. And look out as they try to find Chan breaking. Chan takes it in the deep corner. He gets ridden off the puck. Puck comes to the point, flipped up and out. Mahal tries to glove it down, taken there by Boilermakers, and now an opportunity through the middle for Howes. Howes snaps a shot, blocked and up into the screen and out of play. Love to see this line get one here as Kopaz steps in for the draw. Face-off again, won and rimmed around there by Purdue as they chop it up and out. Got to hustle. Here comes a man on the far side. Good stick lift by Brady. And then he plays it off the boards to himself. Really nicely done. And Jack's got room to work. He'll flip that back middle, but nobody was home. Back off. Blockley fires that into the glove and played by the netminder. Back behind for Pickett. Pickett wants to go through the middle. That's icing. How is that not icing?
How's that not icing?
How is that not icing? I no idea. I was already ready with the camera back on the other end. But here comes Kopaz. Kopaz toe drag through. And he gets turned aside as it goes to the far side boards. Purdue flips that up and out. Puck comes to the near side. Blockley sees that come off into his skates. He plays that free. Goes through his skate, but kept in the zone. Shot blocked off there by Essler. Goes in behind to the far side boards. Shot from the point. Kicked off, knocked down, but controlled by Blockley on the far side. And that gets thrown on off a stick and deflected out to center ice. Purdue backhands that into the glove and held by Gode. 8:39 left. Third period in a one-goal hockey game. Shot from the point. Man, more traffic, but that one gets through and wide off the stick of Gates. That gets thrown and deflected on net, turned aside by Gode. He's been rock solid today. That goes through Gates and down ice, tipped, so no icing. Barrett sees that come near side, picked up Essler. He fires wide on the short side. Morin on the other side keeps it in at the point. One more puck supporter here, Barrett, as he digs in, but that gets flipped up and out, and that's going to go in on net. No icing there. They'll play it off to the near side, Rapini. Rapini at 8 minutes. Sends that one off near side, and room for Barrett to skate. Barrett hands that one back. Pereira drives the middle. Backhanded, turned aside by the stick of the netminder. Gets floated around to the near side. Purdue will send that out, glove down, coming across. Good step across there defensively. Beautiful play by Garner. Garner, good puck support, backhands ahead. That ends up on the far side and sent in by Pereira as they'll go for their change. 7:29 left, third period. 1-0 Boilermakers. Boilermakers feed that to the point. Falk challenged. He gets taken down. Played off to the near side. Garner's still out there. He steps up. That gets chipped hard off. And back is Richardson in a foot race. Richardson goes off to the far side, boards Garner. Garner, cross through the middle. Can he get there? He does. Darlene gives that up. Richardson slips past one, slips past two. Short side shot. Save made and up into the screen, out of play. Love the move. Good hands from Richardson. A good opportunity at 6:57. And now an offensive zone face-off for the Dady line. Face off from the point. Oh, that was an opportunity as Blockley had some room, and I don't think the goalie saw it. Back at the point, that's flipped up and in. Musketeers back on sides. That gets gloved down on the far side by Chan. He gets challenged by Mahalik, and the puck comes loose. Thrown right back in on net. And the goalie will hold. And a whistle. 6:35. Dady's face-off here. Goes down in the corner. Played around to the near side. Barrett with it. Pickett with it. Turned over. Through the middle. Goes off a body. Musketeers need to get back. Drag move. Good pick-off play defensively there. And a chance to reverse. Blockley gets hooked from behind. Slowed up just enough by Chan. Digging in. Doing what he can do. That gets flipped up and out. Glove down by Blockley again. Onto the stick of Kopaz. Kopaz walks it on, fires well wide. Puck gets knocked up and out. Look out. Here comes an opportunity for Purdue. They want to take a quick shot. Save made. And diving out is Goad. Somebody's got to control. Get Goad back up in his crease. Looking out from behind the net, wants to go out front, tries to jam it out front. Good defense there by Hanisco and Brady as Brady goes out to the far side. Jack kicks that loose, throwing back towards the middle, gets kicked off the skate by Kopaz, goes in behind. Kopaz through the middle, he's got him. Now can he get it across? Oh, the one-timer for Hanisco. Couldn't get it on the bouncing puck. Back on the far side, boards battle continues. Backhanded up and out by Purdue. Stretch pass comes all the way up. Oh, off the stick of Cox. Good poke check stepping up there at the point by Morin. Pereira will play that back. And then stretched up above, tapped in on net. Oh, they'll call icing there?
Now start calling for 3 inches off the red line.
You let that other one go, and you call that one. Wow. 4:45 left. Really good third period action. Only goal, a C9 goal from Pickett at the point for Purdue at 16:20. Puck back to the point, flipped up into the deep corner. Chance on the near side boards, challenge knocked down. Good job by Pereira, he's been great today. Hands that one back off. Moved this side by Morin, but gets through Barrett. Goes back to the far side. Just flipping it up, they throw it in on net, and a whistle. .420 left. Third period action, semifinals. 1-0 Purdue. Dady. Puck comes back up to the point and out of the zone. Pickett's back, he pitchforks that one up and back in. On the far side, Falk, look out. Okay, gets it free. Mahalik hands that one off. Dady, though, gets pinched off in the boards. Purdue comes around on the near side. Howes couldn't quite keep it in. Richardson will go far side for Falk. Falk walks through one, then he gets taken down. Puck's in the zone. And a penalty call is going to come against Purdue. Power play chance here for Xavier. Falk makes the draw. Big opportunity at 3:50 as Falk gets the tripping call against Toby.
Let's go! Let's go, Jack!
Big opportunity here for the Musketeers. Kopacz steps in for the face-off. Boy, I tell you, Purdue has been great in the dot today. They clear another one down, but still, Musketeers plenty of time to get set up. Minute 51 here in the power play. Kopacz skates through, gets around on the far side. Can he get it in deep? No. Good convergence on the D there to close him off on the puck. So regroup. Kopacz overskates it, lets it come near side for Pereira. Pereira tries to throw one through, that gets bounced off a body, comes back. Purdue able to control, they throw it in deep. PP1 needs to get in and get set up. They've killed almost a minute of this power play without getting in the zone. Now an opportunity for Pereira. Should be able to gain the zone wide, he does. Waits, now drop it back and gets set up on the umbrella. Pereira off to the point. Lockley goes far side. Chance to shoot, misses just on the short side, but here's a great chance. Good job getting out high by Purdue. Cross ice pass, quick shot. Oh! Oh no, there's no goal there. He never signaled it. That hit the pipe. Something hit the pipe and that puck was laying right there.
That's twice, ref! Come on!
Now the puck was laying there. Can't tell how close it was to being over the line. Why is that outside? Now that one I don't agree with. How is that outside? There's no way that was a Xavier player that knocked that net off.
We didn't knock it off. Check out Purdue's coach, he's not complaining about something.
Wow, did they catch a break? Cleared down ice again by Purdue. That one was sketchy, to say the least. But here's PP2 with a chance. Oh, fanned on. Just at the wrong time. That comes off the stick of Anisco badly. 32 seconds left in the power play.
Go to the bench, Adam.
Coming back off to the near side. Can't get it in deep. Falk trying to clear it through. That's smartly played down ice by Purdue. 15 seconds. Got to gain the zone. Got to have possession in the zone here. Get down there, Dady. Barrett trying to dig it out, trying to throw it out front. Now he could go to the bench, but they're not going to send him. They're out of the box, so now it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey. Throw it through the middle. Oh, there's an opportunity, but nobody home. Pereira back gets pinned off on the boards on the near side. Pulled loose for Hinisco. Thrown back in the zone through the middle. Hinisco, nice read. He can walk that on. Gets it in the zone. Knocked off his stick, but kept in briefly. Now dumped in deep. Pressure coming from Pereira. Back off to the far side, Howes. Howes controls. Look for Barrett. No, he throws it up and out. Oh, that would have been the chance to get up, set up in the zone. Back for Howes. Howes will throw it in deep. Kopaz down to minute 8 left now as it cycles down below a minute. Throwing back in the middle. There's the shot. Oh, he just went wide for Pereira. Another good look. Chip back down low. Net is now empty. Got to get there. You got to pressure that puck. Chip down low. There's the opportunity. Keep it in. No, they couldn't. Kopaz has to regroup. 45 seconds. Plenty of time, boys. Control the puck. Puck possession. 40 seconds. Kopaz back. It's the man you want on the puck. Kopaz. Got to hustle. 25 seconds. This guy's a one-man wrecking crew. Essler sends that off. Kopaz got to skate that. Can't get the puck in the zone. They throw it in on net. He wants to keep it moving. Oh, he turns it over near side. Pereira. That's a chance. Comes through the middle. Got to keep it in. Thrown down low. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And that'll do it. Tough loss for the Musketeers, but they gave Purdue all they could handle. And there's still question marks about that last one on the power play that was laying on the goal line with the net out. What an effort by the Musketeers today in a 1-0 loss here in the semifinals. Great job. Hey. Good job, boys.
Way to go, Ed!
Xavier season comes to a close here in the semifinals. Great effort. Just a great effort. And just one break from the point for Purdue, and it's a 1-0 win. So, hey, glad to be here. It was fun to be on the mic for a couple games for the boys. Love to watch them play. Appreciate everybody that might have tuned in to listen. Sorry I couldn't give you a better view, but Xavier, great effort. Congrats to all the seniors finishing up. That was just a fantastic hockey game. You're going to close it out, take the #1 team to the mat, and do what you got to do, and they did. And good luck to Purdue moving forward. And good luck to the rest of the Musketeers as they come back next year to start up another good year of hockey. Thanks to the program for everything they gave my son.